So in non-hockey related stuff, in TV related stuff, this show, Doctor Who, decided to hire a woman. And apparently there are some Whovians melting down. The thing is, we knew this was coming. When this series decided, well, I guess it was in the last series, so overseas, Europe, you guys consider it to be each series, so series 1, series 2. Over here we refer to it as season 1, season 2. It's just, in this series, we've seen Missy as a woman, last series before. From seasons 8 through 10, they've got us used to the idea the Master can be a woman, right? To me, this was getting ready for a Doctor to be a woman. Now, in that Moffat is walking out, this wasn't Moffat's call. This was the incoming showrunner's call. And he decided that, I believe it's Jodie Whittaker, is the actress's name, is going to be the new Doctor. It's on everybody's news feed, so I'm sure if I go into Facebook and I look at my news feed, it'll show up right away. And it's funny because people are going to complain. And people are going to complain a lot. That, Jodie Whittaker. Sorry, Jodie Whittaker. Oh, this is Doctor Who being politically correct. Oh, this is PC. It's a show about a doctor that's over 2,000 years old from a planet called Gallifrey, where there's Time Lords that wear really goofy looking outfits with these giant golden collars. It is the same show that in the 70s looked so hokey and fake that people over here tuned out after not too many seasons. 5th Doctor, 6th Doctor, 7th Doctor barely registered in North America. Everybody still remembers the 4th Doctor, the Tom Baker Doctor. That's the one everybody refers back to, and rightfully so. He was the Doctor for the longest. I have watched as, when they went from Tennant to Smith, I saw numerous posts like, I'm not going to watch it anymore. David Tennant is the Doctor. I'm not watching this Matt Smith. He's too young. He's too young to be the Doctor. Matt Smith takes over and everybody goes, oh, okay, he's fine. Then they go to Peter Capaldi, and some of those same people are saying, oh, Capaldi's in his 50s. We don't want somebody to be the Doctor who's in his 50s. That's too old. People who don't realize the original Doctor was an old man. And the 2nd Doctor wasn't a spring chicken either. Neither was the 3rd. Baker was younger-ish. But there wasn't really a young Doctor until the 5th. The 5th and the 6th were younger. The 7th got back into older. The 8th was younger. Like, the ages can change. Now, the Doctor's not human. The Two Hearts thing has been established since the Doctor Who movie everybody hates. Yes, the Paul McGann adventure. And as much as I would love to see Paul McGann reprise the role of the Doctor and get a chance to have a real, actual Doctor Who adventure on television, he had lots on radio. There's all kinds of audio of him as the Doctor, and apparently it's some of the greatest adventures the Doctor had. The idea that we can't have a female Doctor because it's politically correct is ignoring what the series has been. Where the series has been going, and that they've already acknowledged there's a gender fluidity to Time Lords. And I know that's going to cause people to be triggered and upset and angry and post all kinds of weird stuff online about theories about why this is happening. The reality is, Jodie Whittaker's got the role. She's, from what I've seen in pictures, I haven't watched her on Broadchurch, but from what I've seen, she's attractive enough that guys will watch her, but she looks doctorish enough that people aren't going to say, oh, here's some tart on television. I mean, I wanted Hayley Atwell, and Hayley Atwell I think would have been fantastic as the Doctor, but she's also a woman. And again, it's not James Bond. James Bond, yeah, having a female James Bond wouldn't make any sense since the character is James Bond. It's a male character. The Doctor, it's never been established the Doctor's childhood. There's been hints at it. There was an offhanded comment by Missy about when he was a little girl. So there's been little hints along the way that there's a gender fluidity with the Doctor that is there. They just haven't got into it until now. And I'm personally kind of anxious to see where they can go, because I haven't got through Series 10 yet. Series 10 bogged me down and made me say, I just don't know if I can finish this. Series 9 I loved. Series 8 I enjoyed. Series 10, not so much. So it needs a reset. After all these years of Moffat running it, it's the same as Russell T Davies. Russell T Davies was a fine showrunner, but when Moffat took over, it gave it a breath of fresh air. And it needs it again. And I think Moffat realized that when he stepped down. So a new showrunner comes in and says, you know what, we're going to blow the doors off this right out of the gate. I'm going to have a female doctor and get it over with. Or he probably had a bunch of people come in to test. She came in and he says, you know what, she's the best one for the role. We're going to give it to her and we're going to see where this leads. There are so many good storylines. You can now have a male companion more regularly. There's been complaints about not having a male companion, but let's be honest. Jenna Coleman wasn't exactly an ugly woman. Karen Gillan wasn't an ugly woman. Billie Piper, not an You see where I'm going with this. BBC understands you have a good-looking companion. Donna Noble was the only one who you could say was not, some young hottie type. And people complain about her constantly. And you can say it's her character, fine. But there were plenty of aggravations I had with Amy Pond character. And even at times, I had issues with Rose and Martha. I couldn't stand Martha at times during her run. And I was not fond of Bill during her run either. To the point where I've watched it anyways. I don't know, maybe I'll like the second half of the season better. But I stopped watching. It's still on my PVR. I'm still intending to watch it, but the show has lost some viewers. And you have to change things up when you take over. So establishing gender fluidity is important. If that's going to be a trademark of the character, if that's a trait the Doctor can have and you never know whether it's going to be a guy or a girl, and really honestly, if they even made it so that the Doctor regenerated and wasn't human the next time around, that could be fun. And you could get into that. But you start here. You start by saying, okay, well, he doesn't have to be a man. And then the next time around, you could go, what if he's a Centauran? What if somehow something happens and he can regenerate to look like Strax? Like, and I'm just saying that as an example. It's about reinventing the show. So I get it. I don't mind it. You guys can leave comments in the comment section below about why you hate it. I don't see it as being some political feminist issue. I just see it as just a showrunner saying, I'm going to change things up and blow it right out of the water, right out of the gate. But like and subscribe. Those are your two buttons underneath that are your friends, and they'll let you know when I upload videos, which is always a good thing. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Respectful is nice. I always like respectful comment sections, but let me know your thoughts, and I will be sure to talk to you guys again soon. Over and out for now.